All right, that was just a joke. I'm Paul Ruth along here with Nitin Raju for episode 2 of season 2. Don't really know why we're doing seasons. Um, we haven't recorded an episode in about a week. We're busy people. Um, Braves, since we've been gone, I think we lost a series 1-2 to the Marlins and then beat the Cubs 2-1. So we're 500 since the last episode. And I definitely think we can go on a good winning streak here, especially with an upcoming series against not that great of a team in the Texas Rangers.
Oh yeah, definitely agree. I mean, it hasn't been the greatest start to the season, but I think we'll have a good turn here against the Rangers, especially with getting Acuña back and some of the pitching becoming a little better.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of Acuña coming back, I don't know if all y'all know this, but last night Acuña he came back and in his first AB grounded out, but then he got a great standing ovation, and he's already tied for the team lead in stolen bases. I definitely think him coming back will be such like a great spark for this team. The energy that he brings, I mean, he really helps out our team. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, just his presence just on the team just does so much because he's that young guy who's just gonna be excited to come to the ballpark every day. Even when the team is down, he'll always be there. Kind of like revamp everybody up. And to see him out there on the base paths yesterday, he looked really good. Like even on this
Uh-huh.
low ground at third base, he's hitting the ball pretty hard. He made it down to first base pretty fast. He stole a couple of bases, already leading the team. Like
Tied.
yeah, I mean, yeah. So I mean, he looks good, and then he's kind of. I think he needed that first game like jitters, just to kind
For
of get
sure.
out there, see MLB pitching because it's a lot different than the minors. So
I
I
don't know if
think,
Drew Smiley is MLB pitching, but a guy who is in the MLB and is pitching.
yeah, I guess yeah, but yeah, but I think Acuna in the next couple days will get back to his old self from what we've seen yesterday.
For sure. Um,
What do
so
you
just
think
going,
about him not starting today against the Rangers? Do you think he should have DH'd, or what do you think?
he's played 2 straight games. I don't really care. I'm not reading into it. I don't really think it's gonna affect anything. And yeah,
Yeah, I think I would like to see him at DH just because like the more reps he gets, the better he'll be. But I think it makes sense, especially coming off his injury and everything that happened with Mike Soroka. They don't want to take any chances.
of course.
But just the lineup's going to be different every other day, so
No,
it's gonna.
that's not what they said. They don't want him playing a day game after a night game.
Yeah,
That's
no,
not.
this is 2 night games in a row.
Yeah, but after they're gonna play, they just wanted. They just. They're. He's gonna be ready after. He'll take tomorrow off and or tonight off, probably Monday night off or something. I don't. He'll be
Hmm.
fine. I don't really care.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's good to see. Okay, so you want to kind of go over our last couple games here and see kind of where we were? Because I know the
Sure.
last time we made an episode was what, Friday last week?
Yeah, right before the Marlins series.
Yeah. So do you want to go through the schedule or should I? I can get it started if it's good with you.
Sure, you got the.
Yeah. So last time we talked was Friday, so that was right before the Marlins series. The Braves lost that game that night, 9-7. That was when I
No, they didn't.
believe, yeah, we lost
No.
9-7 on Friday.
Oh, it was a 4 game. No, I was there Friday. We won.
We lost 9-7 on
No,
sorry,
no.
Friday we won 3-0. That
Yeah.
was when Kyle Wright was on the bump, shoving
Yep.
like normal. And then on Saturday we lost 9-7 with Anderson on the bump.
Yep.
He went 5 innings, 2 earned, which isn't bad.
No,
So hopefully we can see a little bit more of that today as well when he
of
faces the
course.
Rangers. Sunday, 5-4 loss again with Elder on the bump. 4.2 innings, 2 earned, 6 walks. That's not
Yeah.
good to see. But hopefully against a struggling Rangers team, we can see him pick it up. So you want to
Hmm.
go over? Then we had an off day Monday. So you want to go over the Cubs series?
Sure. So game 1 versus the Cubs. Hold up. I just was gonna do this on my head, but I'll be smart. Um, game 1 Tuesday. Obviously it was great to see before the game to see Chris Martin, Drew Smiley get their rings. Braves won 3-1. Max Fried beating Stroman. Great game by Fried. Offense was, it got the job done. I don't really think there was any, standout performances. Demerrick got a home run after promising to someone that he would. That was kind of a cool moment. And I just liked also watching Seiya Suzuki play because he's a really good player, obviously. And then game two, Braves lost. This one was kind of a heartbreaker because going into the eighth inning, we were down by two, and we were able to score two, tie up the game, went to extras. And in the 10th inning, the the bats on the Cubs just remembered how to hit. They scored a run. They got a 2-run homer by Wisdom, and they ended up winning that game through 10. That was off Matzik, which kind of caught me off guard that he
Yeah,
didn't
but
do
it
that
was it was
well.
also nice to see Dansby get that Oppo single, which just seemed to like spark him a little bit out in a great
Mm-hmm.
performance yesterday. So it's good to see him kind of get hot again, see if he can
Mm-hmm.
carry through, and then keep going.
Yep. And then game three of this series, the rubber match. We had Kyle Wright on the bump. Our potentially Cy Young now. Great breakout pick by you.
Oh yeah,
Um,
I saw it coming.
Braves won 5-1. Acuña came back. Duval hit his first home. Duval and Swanson both hit their first homers of the year. Maybe it's because Acuña's back. I don't know. It could be. And we won 5-1. Nothing really stressful.
Yeah, it was good to see Dansby and Duval get home runs. They both have been struggling, and both of them to get their first bomb out of the yard. Good to see. I think that kind of takes some weight off their shoulders a little bit. They don't have to worry about that. But I think they mentioned this on the broadcast about how Duval hit his ball 110 off the bat, and it barely went out.
Yeah, I don't like these baseballs. They're boring.
Yeah, I know. I know he hit it a mile in the sky, but still, those are the kind of balls you see going a couple more decks back, not barely inching over.
A couple more decks. I think you mean a couple more rows.
Yeah, sorry, Komoros. But I feel like just in general, we haven't seen the production out of home runs out of players like Vladdy and things like that. I mean, we've seen what Rizzo with 8 now leading the league, right?
I thought it was 7, but yeah, it could be 8.
I think he has 8, but leading the league with 8 home runs at this point in the season, we're almost 20 games in
Yep.
and 8 home runs. You usually see a little bit more production, but I think it'll be interesting to see throughout the season if they end up changing the balls or they just keep it the way it is.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, we played a 60-game series in 2020, and the home run leader had 20. So
Yeah.
it's not super far off, but it definitely does seem down, which is kind of weird.
Yeah, I definitely totally agree with that. So, do you want to look ahead to the schedule? So, today we play the Rangers at 8:05. Tomorrow we play them at 7:05, and on Sunday we play them
2.
at 2:30.
Yep.
So, just to kind of preview this schedule here, Anderson versus Richards today. If
Hmm.
Ian pitches well, I think we have a great shot at winning this game.
Richards
Richards
is
has a
good, but he
he's
hasn't been
good.
as good after sticky stuff.
Yeah, he's a 2.25 ERA, which is good, but it's also the beginning of the season.
Of course.
Then tomorrow we have Bryce Elder versus Dunning. He has
Yep.
a Bryce Elder has a 4.3, but I think he's been pitching better than that.
Yep.
And Dunning is a 4.91. And then on
Uh-huh.
Friday it's a TBD because I think the Braves want to keep in our best starters in line for the Mets series,
Yep.
but the Rangers have designated Hearn for that series for that
And
game.
Taylor Hearn is really good. I have this cool story. So last year I went to a ton of baseball stadiums in California, and I was at the Dodgers, and I got some toss up before the game, and then I saw some like player signing off or talking to like his girlfriend, and I thought it was Adolis Garcia, but then I started talking to him. We like talked for 5 minutes. I got a photo. Let me see if I can find this. And he's a really cool guy. He was the ace of their pitching staff last year, and even though it says on his stat sheet that he has like a 70 ERA, he's much better a pitcher, and I expect him to do better than what that is showing.
Yeah. So just for a preview of this game again, the lineups were posted, and if you want to see them more live updates, quick remember to follow the Instagram at Chop and Braves. But just to give you a rundown today, we have Demerit leading off in right, Olson at first, Riley at third, Ozuna DHing, Ozzy at second base, Duvall in center, Heredia left, Contreras catching, and Dansby at shortstop. Since we don't have Acuña, we basically have Demerit playing leading off at right. I like Demerit. I mean, he
Uh-huh.
hit well so far. I mean, he's just a chill guy in general. I mean, I really like him.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm trying to get this photo to download so I can screen share it, but it's not really working. Yeah, Demerit, obviously from Georgia, like him. I mean, he's been in the minor leagues for a long time. He was actually a top prospect back in the day with the Braves, and before that, even the Rangers, actually, who, we're facing in this game. So I think that will be fun to see, as well as going into seeing Elder pitch in Texas. He obviously played for the University of Texas, one of the better baseball programs in the country.
If you
So
guys
I
don't
think
know, that's Palmer's baseball team. That's his college team to cheer for. So take everything he says about that as a grain of salt.
don't do that. Actually, listen to it 'cause it's probably true. We are better than one thing I will say is right now we are better than Vanderbilt.
I mean,
They're not
Vanderbilt
exactly
is
looking too good. So
falling off. Are they
yeah,
even ranked in the top 25 right now?
nope.
No. Wow. All right. So for the Sunday game, the 1st of May, we have a TBD starter. Who do you think? Do you think we call up somebody? Who do you think?
Whose turn would it be? Sorry,
Has Davidson got a start, right?
it wouldn't be. Hold up, let me see. What's 5 days from Saturday? 30th to 25th. Who started on the 25th, Russ?
For the Stripers, who started that day?
I'm not looking
Uh,
at the Stripers. I don't think it's going to be someone who was on the Stripers. 25th was an off day. Um,
for who?
for the Braves.
For the Braves. Okay, I can pull up
I'm
the
looking at that.
Stripers.
I don't really care. Yeah, it was. I see what you're saying. It's kind of weirdly lined up. Are you looking at the Stripers? Or you want me to pull that up?
I have the Stripers right here. I'm just looking at all the scores. Okay. Box. If it wants to load here. Okay. We had. That's Jacksonville. We had Enoa.
Waskar?
Yeah.
I don't really know about calling him up. I mean,
Yeah.
I
He
think.
had a rough start. 5.2, 5.2, 3 earned, 4 walks.
Do we have an off day after that? Hold up.
We do have an off.
After we
No,
don't.
I don't think we do. I think we go straight into the Mets. Yeah.
Because if we had an off day, I'd say we go for a bullpen game.
No, because then we have the Mets, and I think we have a
Yeah,
double
we don't.
header in that series as well. Yeah, we have a double header on Tuesday.
Yeah. Interesting. Yeah, I don't know who we go with there.
Do you think? Wait, do you think we pull up Tukey?
I hope not.
I think we either pull. I think it's gonna be either Muller or Davidson.
I'd want Muller because last year Muller, when he was on the Braves, I want to say he had at most a 3.5 ERA, and we sent him down. Yeah,
But
last
yeah,
year Kyle Muller, he had a 4.17, but he was really good. I don't exactly know why he's down. Yeah, his FIP was a 3.66.
okay.
So, he's a really good pitcher. And I don't know why he hasn't got another shot when guys like Toussaint and Newcomb have. And he's not. It's not like he's young. He's like 26. He's 24. So I think I could see him getting a shot.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, so I know we are a Braves podcast, but I think when there's something as a pressing matter like this, I think we should kind of share our 2 cents about this.
On
What is
Bauer,
your about the Trevor Bauer situation?
I don't think we should comment on that.
No,
But
I'm not talking about the little details about it. I'm talking about just the general 2 year suspension.
I need to read through the lawsuit. I have not done that.
Okay, I can give you a quick little rundown here. So he was said not guilty in the
Yeah.
court case, and then MLB had their own investigation, and then according to their policy, Rob Manfred gave him a 2 year suspension, 324 games, and they basically said the 99 games he's previously missed will not be credited towards that.
Yep. It's not retroactive like Ozuna's.
Yeah,
Um.
so he's also said he's going to appeal, which I've seen a lot of these tweets saying like even the fact if he appeals this is the end of his career just generally because no team will pick him up. But I don't know about that.
I doubt
But
that.
what do you think he should generally be suspended 2 years, or do you think this is a bit of like hate between just the beef that Manfred and Bauer have?
I don't think it's because of beef between Manfred and Bauer. I think a better suspension would have been around like 1 year, just because Ozuna, there's video of him hitting his wife, and he only got 20 games retroactive. If Ozuna had gotten a year, I would have said sure, Bauer can get 2 years. But since Ozuna only got 20 games, I think at most a year for Bauer. But I could also see it as kind of a sign, hey, like he's kind of their model figure of what not to do, kind of like what they tried to do with Garrett Colder in the sticky stuff situation. So I could see why they're doing it.
But it's kind of funny you think about this, right? 2 years. Think about that. The Dodgers, he made 17 starts with the Dodgers.
I don't even know how he made 17. He was suspended by June. That seems
Yeah.
too high. I saw that. It seemed weird.
Yeah, 17 starts, 3 years, what was it? 102 million?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, that's crazy though if you think about it. I mean, he doesn't get paid to
Is
that
it no pay?
since no pay.
He
So,
got paid last year, so he's set
yeah.
money wise.
Yeah, money's not a problem for him, especially with his YouTube channel and everything. I think he should be fine. But the Dodgers though, is that an extra 30 million on their payroll that they can spend?
No. Who are they going to spend it on?
No, I'm just saying in general. Like, do they have 30 extra million now?
The Dodgers have infinite. They don't really care. The only thing they're worried about is luxury tax. And last year, like in the offseason, he wasn't counted for luxury tax. So,
Hmm.
they're not going to go out there and sign another Freddie Freeman. I'm sure they have a plenty good team as is. And I mean, thank goodness the if only the Mets had gotten Bauer like they thought they did.
Yeah, I mean, Bauer's still a good pitcher though. That's the thing, and I think he was kind of bringing a younger audience back into the game, which MLB definitely needs. But I mean, no, if he did what he did, then I understand. But I think he's definitely his actions on the field were definitely good enough to, I think, sustain him a couple more years.
Um, I also think he's going to be back in the MLB.
You do?
Right? When it comes out, like, oh no, I never want to see Marcell Ozuna on the Braves. People cheer for him, right?
Yeah.
Same thing happened with Roberto Ozuna a couple years ago. He got cut from the Blue Jays because he had some problems signed by the Astros, and then their manager's like, "I'm so fucking glad we got him in front of someone who had like a wristband to support like not sexual assault." So like, he'll be back. I don't really love what he's doing with the game per se. I don't think it's bad. But I don't know. I just don't think it's. He's not. Trevor Bauer should not be the face of baseball. And for some people, he somehow is. And I think he wants to be because he tries to be polarizing like that. But I don't think he should be. And I don't think if he had come back and everything would have been good, I would have hoped that MLB wouldn't have marketed him like an Acuña or a Trout or a Soto. Because
Yeah,
he's
no,
not
I
like
definitely
that.
agree because I think the Ozuna was marketed a little bit. I feel like just a little bit, but not at all now. And I definitely don't think Trevor Bauer should be like a face of the MLB, like you see Acuna, Soto, players like that. But
I'm
I
even
definitely
saying
think he would have been like a gateway for younger players, just the swag, like more of like a chill representative, but not really like a face of the majors, like you see with like an Acuna.
he shouldn't have much swagger. He had one good year in the MLB, and that's about it. I mean, he was fine for Cleveland, but like he had one good year, and it was in short and 60 game one where his RPM spiked and he used sticky stuff. Right? He's pitched 2 games after sticky stuff. One was against the Braves. I was there. He lost, didn't pitch amazingly, and I forgot what the other one was. So we have no idea if he could be like the ace that he was with sticky stuff without. And I just don't think he's that great.
Yeah, I think it'll be we haven't really seen him without the sticky stuff, so I don't really have an opinion on him either. So,
Nope.
is there anything else you really want to talk about, just in general?
Um, I don't really have much. I feel like we need to talk more, but do you have something?
I mean, how do you feel about the Mets? Do you think they can sustain this any longer? Is this something we don't have to really worry about? Are Mets gonna Met? What do you think?
Obviously, they're going to be a 90-win team, right? I'm sure they'll met a bit and not be a 100-win team, but the Braves are a 100-win team. So, you know what? I don't really care if they do super great because we're going to do better. We've only just been playing for 20 games, right? That's very little into how long the season is. And I don't really think that'll be a problem for us in the future.
All right, but one thing I've noticed, the Marlins are on a 5-game win streak.
Yeah. The
Is that
Marlins are
an
good.
Yeah, the Marlins are good. The Phillies are on a 4-game win streak.
They played the Colorado Rockies at home for the Phillies. The Rockies are horrible on the road for the past 2 years.
No. I'm just saying, like, the NL East is going to be competitive. Like, I think we knew that going into the season, but like the Marlins, like I think we all thought of them as a 500 team. But do you think they could make a push to be maybe a 80 win team, 80, 85.
Remember when you said we all thought they were going to be a 500 team, and then you said, "Do you think they could be an 80-win team, which is below 500?"
80, 85, 80, 85.
Yeah, but that's not going to be a problem to us. That's all that I'm saying. Let's see. Who have the Mets played? They played the Diamondbacks, who are horrible. They
Yeah,
played the
makes sense. That's fine.
Cardinals,
Cardinals
right?
are good.
Cardinals. They won 2 out of 3 from. They won two
Okay.
out of. They won. Um.
I
They
think
won
they
three
took
out of 4 out of the Giants. They beat the
that's
Diamond. They beat the Diamondbacks again. They beat the
uh-huh.
Phillies, and they beat the Nationals. There's
So their only opponent was the Giants.
yeah. I mean, no disrespect to the Cardinals. They're a good team. But like really though, their only really good team that they've played is the Giants.
Mm-hmm.
And I think we'll go up to New York and we'll win 3. We'll win 2 out of 3. I'm not really super concerned about that.
Okay. Yeah. I think it's a little worrisome though, because I mean, if you see our team get off to these starts, and it's like, can you just start out good and stay good? But that's not how baseball works, I guess.
Again, we've only gone through 20 games. It's not like last year when we went through 120 like this.
Mm-hmm.
Like we have plenty of time to bounce back, and we can still very easily win 100 games.
Yeah. All right. So you want to cut it short today?
I don't know. Hold on. Let me just look at some stuff.
So I was thinking today, actually,
Uh-huh.
if you pull a baseball savant, like I know we talked
Yep.
about this a little bit last episode. You know what the first article is?
It's probably something about Acuña coming back, or like some like West Coast bias about like Freeman.
Why Kyle Wright's 2022 breakout is legit.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm like that. I actually saw this coming. I placed a $15,000 wager on
What?
a Kyle Wright winning Cy Young.
Yeah, you're still not winning that.
I'm joking, but like
Oh.
still, Kyle Wright's becoming an absolute stud. The fact that he was placed in the 3 spot in the rotation just because of pitching wise with Anderson, he's been pitching great.
Uh-huh. Yeah,
I
he's
mean,
been great.
yesterday, he was off to a shaky start, walked at least think 3 or 4 batters in the first inning, and then he was able to shut him down and go 6 innings, 7 whatever 6 innings of great baseball.
Uh-huh. And his FIP backs up what his ERA is, unlike someone like a Bryce Elder even.
Yeah.
So I think that's very good for the future. Also, this is something we forgot to mention since our last episode. Eddie Rosario has found he had a hole in his right retina,
Yep.
and he had surgery on it. He'll be out 8 to 12 weeks. Then, he'll go through the minor leagues and get back. I mean, that's a pretty big deal. Apparently, like, I've looked at the symptoms and everything. Like, you'd have cloudy vision. There'd be just a spot where you couldn't see anything. And I'm sure being a hitter against 90 miles an hour and over and stuff, that can't be too easy to do. So I'm surprised that he struck out less than Swanson.
Yeah, the fact that he did this all with blurry vision, I don't know to the extent of how bad it was, because the fact that he was still able to hit the ball and make the routine plays in the outfield, it
He
probably
couldn't
wasn't.
make some routine plays though.
No, but he could still catch the ball if it was hit to him sometimes. But
Yeah,
what I'm
but if
saying
I
is,
had one eye closed, I could catch some fly balls.
yeah, I guess. But like, I'm still saying the fact that he could do it, probably wasn't too bad. But the fact that he had to get surgery and is out for 8 to 12 weeks just tells you that's crazy. Like, Dansby, you suck.
Hey, but he's bouncing back, so
Yeah. We love to see hot Dansby.
Well, he's always hot, but hot at the plate.
Oh yeah, of course.
All right, that's kind of all I have for this week.
Yeah, I mean, do you want to make some predictions for next week? At what point? Whether let's say we do this again Friday,
Okay.
at what do you think our record's going to be?
Well, I'm not gonna say what our record's gonna be. I'm just gonna say what our record for the week is. I'm not gonna add it to what our current week is. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying?
Yeah.
I say we go either 4-6 or 5-6
So you don't think we're gonna have a winning week?
or whatever. We win 4 of 6.
Okay. So you
Right.
think we go
4-2
4-2?
or 5-1?
So you think we end the week at 500 or above 500?
Yeah.
I think that's fair. Yeah, I think we can take two out of three against the Texans. Sorry, the Rangers, just because of just the fact that they have a guy named Corey Seager and a dude named Marcus Simeon, who, if they hit a home run here or there, that's one swing of the bat can cause a game sometimes. So, I think we'll drop one, but the Mets series is going to be interesting and fun to watch, just because of we need to win those games. I mean, if
Of
we can
course.
take right now we're 5 games back. Let's say we go 2-1 on the weekend, they lose a game, and we sweep, or even just go 3 out of 1. It's gonna be 1 game back rather than 5.
Yep. It's gonna be really important. I don't know. NFL draft's been happening. You
Yep.
know, Falcons took Drake London.
Yep. You have any
I'm
thoughts
a
on that?
I'm a Packers fan. I don't really care.
Yeah.
We're just too good. I don't need to worry about picking in the top 20. What's that like? We haven't done that since, golly, before Aaron Rodgers.
How many Georgia players have you guys drafted?
Two.
This year too. You guys took Eric
Last year we
Stokes
took
last
Eric
year.
Stokes.
Yeah,
Hey, they win football games, and
that
that's
is
what
true.
we are out to do. And they
And
can
so are
actually
the
win in the
Braves.
playoffs,
So are
which
the
is something we kind of
Braves.
struggle with.
All right. Well, thank you guys all for tuning in. This has been season 2, episode 2, and this is actually our first time doing this on Riverside. So let us know if you guys like this better, the other one better, quality, things like that.
And
But thank you guys for tuning in. Palmer, you have anything else to say before we close it out
yeah,
today?
use code Chopping Braves at SeatGeek for $20 off your first purchase. Helps you out. It's win-win-win for everyone in the deal. And if you're going to Braves games, even Falcons games coming up, Hawks are out of it. But hey, maybe you want to travel somewhere and watch an NBA playoff game. I won't judge. Or even maybe the Gwinnett Stripers are on there, and you want to see who even is on the stripe. You want to see Chadwick Trump.
Maybe.
Maybe. You never know.
Yeah, and remember, if you want a Greg Maddux bobblehead, go to the Chopping Braves. You'll see it's one of the more posts that are pretty recently, so you can probably see it. You can enter to win. The drawing's on Sunday, May 1st. So if you have time, remember, just you can enter to win.
Yep.
Free to enter. Yeah.
All right. Thank you. Bye.
All right. See you guys.